Hey guys, welcome back to Detroit Garage. Well, we've got 6 hours on the dyno mule now. I've improved the control panel, so I've incorporated the torque meter and the RPM gauge on this panel. So today I was going to drill out the flywheel housing to fix this RPM gauge, but I thought I'd do a dyno day instead, so run another hour on the dyno. The last few days I've just worked on this cold air intake system. There was a leak on this fitting, so I fixed the leaks. I put the boost gauge up here and the water meth injection here. I changed the timing on the injectors from 1.484 to 1.47, and I also changed the fuel modulator to from 0.404 to 0.454. So we'll see if that improves anything at all. This turbo is the stock housing, but a 66 millimeter compressor wheel, and it's just too large, I think, to be efficient. So I have ordered a back pressure gauge, and I'll plumb it in here, take this fitting out so I can see what the drive pressure is for the turbo. This will be the last run on the 9 E85s. And what we're going to do today is we'll start off with the 25% mix of methanol, increase that to 50. I lowered the pressure of this switch down to 12 psi, 12 to 13 instead of 15. So we're running on diesel to start with, and then I've got some veg oil warming up by the fire here, and we'll run it on veg for a bit and see how it performs. Alright guys, well, the EGT gauge decided to go on the fritz. I checked the ohms and everything's fine. Looks like the gauge is finally given in. I mean, it is the original gauge, and what I'll do now is order a new one, and we'll install that when I get it. But I just gave it a tap, it came up. We'll see if it comes good or not. Okay, what we're going to do now is switch over to veg oil. So we'll get this yummy goodness plugged in. Fire Jimmy up and see if he even runs on it. think, guys? Do you think he'll run on veg? Okay, this is on 100% veg. Well, there you have it, guys. Another hour on the Dyno Mule. It ran really nice. The the horsepower dropped off a lot. Torque dropped from 480 down to 380. And I don't know. I'll put in the comments below if I can figure out what kind of horsepower I did on veg. But on the diesel side, it pulled 500 foot-pounds and ran really nice with the water meth. Really nice. But this gauge I mentioned before doesn't seem too accurate, and it looks like it's totally failed. So I'm going to buy a new ISPRO EGT gauge. I don't really want to beat on Jimmy too hard without this. Don't want to melt anything. So that's the last run on the 9E85s. I've kind of eked out as much power as I possibly can without switching up this turbo. We'll run the 9290s next, and I'll install those in the next couple of days, and hopefully get a dyno run on Saturday. We'll see. But 9E85s made about 220 horse and 480 foot-pounds by the looks of it, maybe even 500 with the water meth added in. So performed really well. And again, the veg, it seemed to have a bit of a shake on the veg running it. Maybe I didn't have that veg hot enough, but anyway, it seemed to be shaking a little bit on the veg. I'll check the video and see. But also we found a restriction in the filter. This is a filter. I should have put a brand new one on, but I wasn't pulling anything on the filter minder, so I thought, that's good. But now that we're getting a lot more boost, a lot more airflow, it's pulling this down. So I'll put a brand new air cleaner on it, or maybe just put a screen on the front, a wire screen, so nothing can get sucked in. But we'll jump up to the 9290s. It's about a 5cc boost, and we'll see what it does with those injectors in it. Yeah, I'll go grab them for you and we can have a peek before I put them in. Okay, here's the 9290s. They make, I think, 84 to 91 cc's are mm cubed per 1,000 strokes. So these three here are new old stock, and then this one is an old GM injector that I swapped the tip on to make it spray. But these are brand new here, never been used, so we'll see how they run. I don't think I'm going to run them with this faulty gauge. What I'll do is wait until I buy a new gauge and then install it. Well, there you have it, guys. That's the last run with the 9E85s. It ran really nice. Overall, those are pretty nice injectors. There's still too much smoke, so we're going to try these 9290s to rule out the injectors themselves. They did come from old plungers and barrels, so maybe that was the root cause of the smoke. But anyway, overall ran really nice. So again, thanks for checking in, guys, and we'll catch you on the next video.